Now question of the day, normal force applied by inclined plane on 10 kg block and frictional force. So how can we determine? Simply, first of all, make free body diagram of 10 kg block. That is 10 into G downward. If G is equal to 10, that one is 100 Newton. I hope so clear. Now after that, look here, 20 Newton force along with with inclined plane 37 degree. So all force component make here capital X axis, here capital Y axis. This block is moving, possibility of moving in this direction or this direction. Okay, so that's why all component along capital X and capital Y axis, all force component along capital X axis and capital Y axis. Look here, that's when 10, that's 100 Newton along this direction. So I want to component of that one in capital Y axis and X axis. So capital Y direction, looking here, if this one is 37, so that one is also 37. So here 100 cos 37 and another component, that is 100 sin 37. Okay, so cos 37 is 0.6, 0.8, 0.8 into 100, that's 80 Newton. And here 100 into 0.6, that is how much? 60 Newton. Okay, after that, component of 20 Newton along in this direction, cos 37, 0.6, so 6 into 2, that is 60 Newton. And component of 20 along y direction, sin 37, 0.6, so how much? 12 Newton. I hope so clear. After that, look here, normal force applied by inclined plane on the block always perpendicular to the, that is N1. Okay, so first of all, if net force in y direction and net force in y direction is 0, because why? If this block is not moving along this direction, if we got N1 is positive, suppose the N1 is equal to plus 100 or plus 20, it means it is clear. Otherwise, if N1 is negative, it means this block is moving corresponding to y axis. Okay, so we assume if f of y, summation of f of y is 0, so if N1 is positive, it means your assumption is right. Look here. Now look, net force in capital Y direction is 0, so N1 plus 12, this is equal to how much? 100 Newton. Clear or not? N1 plus 12, this is equal to how much? Sorry, 80 Newton, not 100, 80. Silly mistake here, 80. That's why. Okay, sum of this force, this is equal to sum of equal simply single force here, like that one. So written 80. So N1 is how much? 80 minus, that is 68 Newton. N1 is 68 Newton. After that, so normal force applied by inclined plane is how much? N1 is 68 Newton. Okay, now next target is, what about frictional force? So first of all, look here, here 60 Newton and here 16 Newton. So first of all, what about driving force? Driving force decided by which force is greater, 60 or 16? This force is greater. It means driving force, or you can say that applied force, okay, magnitude of applied force is how much? 60 minus 16, that is how much? 44. Okay, 44 Newton. Okay, now if this this block is moving in this direction, first of all, clear. So driving force in which direction? In this direction. That is how much? 44. Okay, it's 60 minus 16, that is 44. So friction force developed in opposite direction of driving force. So friction force direction, like that one. So F. So this block is moving or not decided by limiting friction force, maximum. So FL, this is equal to how much? Mu S into N1. Mu S is how much? 0.2. N1 is how much? 68. Okay, and FK is how much? Mu K into N1. So that is 0.8 into 6, So that is 16.8. And what about that value? 68.68 into, that is 13.6 Newton. I hope so clear. Now look, this block is moving or not decided by limiting frictional force. Now if driving force greater than FL, it means this block moving along this direction. So look here, 44 and limiting frictional force is, limiting means maximum frictional force, 13.6 Newton. So that force is greater than that one. Okay, so you can say that F is greater than FL. So block is moving mid, acceleration is not zero. So if you want to determine what about acceleration of the block, then you can say that 44 minus limiting frictional force, sorry, during motion which frictional force act, kinetic frictional force, that is how much, 6.8. this will be equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is how much, 10, acceleration is A. So A is how much, 44 minus 6.8, we got 3.72 meter per second square. So acceleration of the block 3.72 meter square. But according to question, what about frictional force? Frictional force during motion, which frictional force act? That is kinetic frictional force. That this one is how much? 6.8 Newton. I hope so clear it. And if you want, what about acceleration of the block? So simply 3.72 meter per second square. Make it.